Hello, collective and chosen ones. Welcome to my channel. And for any regular viewers, welcome back. If you're the first time you're here, welcome. The channel is all about building of energy and generating momentum in high levels of frequency. So you may not hear from me a lot of the negative things, but it's something that you're aware of if I mention it. So today I am going to continue with reading Oracle or Popsicle sticks by popular demand, and you know who you are. You've given me feedback on how you like that. So let's get started. So you're closing out the cycle and ready to go to a new cycle. A lot of you have already reached that already and started. So it's not something that's new, and I've read in many different types of cards and oracle messages that this is the case. So be it popsicle sticks, it's all the same energy. You're done with overgiving to others, and this is not a negative thing. It's just about you creating boundaries, and you're really loving how you operate with integrity and authenticity and how things should be, and not letting other people get in the way. Some of you have been astral projection and doing a lot of lucid dreams. So sometimes you might be laying in bed and you know that it is not a full dream and you're aware of it. I suggest to some that are into lucid dreams and astral projection is to continue doing that, because it really makes you connect to the higher spirit. There's no going back to where you're going now. Things are just really going at a full momentum. Tune in for answers. For anyone that's a little bit sometimes confused with whether it's a positive or negative energy, when you tune in for answers, you're always looking at the intuitive side. A legal case will have a good outcome, and I think we've already been through that. A lot of you have already got a positive outcome in some cases. A lot of you are going through a spiritual upgrade at night, and this has been mentioned many times before. Take a leap of faith. Let's read through more. You're being flexible and adapting to new ways of living, and that's fantastic. No one can come against you. You know, even though they try and compete against you, there's no one like you. Someone in your life is hanging by a thread, and I can't feel that is your energy, but they just could be hanging by a thread with you because they know you're leaving their life. Before you were very scared of your ability, but now you're really embracing it. You're reclaiming your power. You're understanding your worth and self-respect. As I said, you're building your own boundaries against anyone that's not for you and disrespected you. You're mastering the game of life. This is fantastic. You're now blessed with spiritual gifts. So there's a lot of spiritual beings hanging around you and keeping an eye on you, making sure you are already on the right path. As you elevate, other people's power over you will decrease or diminish. That you're now finding that the energy is leaving you more and more. You don't feel as negative anymore or dark. Your transformation has caused a ripple effect on others around you. Now, those that don't want to change will leave your field. Let's see if there's any other ones. Spirit's urging you to keep focusing on your spiritual gifts. you tend to move around a lot throughout your life. And this is for the chosen ones. And I'm not talking about just a physical sort of movement, but it could be anything from you working on your career to having your own life, and you keep changing things, which is a good thing. Bear with me. I'm just reading out some of the oracle cards. What I'm doing is I'm reading it out and I'm culling all the things that are negative, or because it's not necessary. As I mentioned before, I am eliminating a lot of the negative energy so that we continue the momentum of positive ones and high frequency. You are trained to endure hardships and challenge at an early age. You're hardwired to do so. Even though sometimes you think it's very, very negative, you can pass the test. Now I'm just going to move these cards, these sticks, and start off with the next lot of readings. Now, as I'm picking out more oracle sticks, I just wanted to let you know that you're doing a fantastic job, and Spirit wants you to let you know that to continue on with your path, because you might find that as you're still working on elevating energy, a lot of will be taken out of you. So please just look after yourself and preserve some of the energy by having lots of sleep and just looking after yourself. Nurture yourself with the best food. You know the truth now with lots of people. You know who you're dealing with and who you should be not dealing with. The intuition is the key. Now, this is a must for all of us working on things. You're untouchable, because anyone that tries to go against you, because your energy is so positive and light and bright, you're untouchable because you're protected by Spirit. Some people are clocking up karmic debts as you are elevating yours to a high level. So you might find that they are facing karmic judgments, but that's not something that you need to be involved with. You're now totally in a different dimension. Spirit's asking you to apply your uniqueness and your authenticity and use your creativity to work at something that is normally lots of people do with tradition, but yours is with a spin of creativity, and it's uniquely yours. You're closing out cycles and manifestation in a new level. You're balancing things in life and being very resourceful. You've underestimated your own power, but in a lot of ways other people do, because they're mirroring what you are reflecting. But now you're very confident. So this is just in the past. You're taking your full power back. You have a lot of self-focus now, and that's why things are looking up for you in a good way. And you're creating lots of abundance. You might find that your finances are compounding if you're into investments. And lately, from my case, I started to see a lot of the fruits of my labor and seeing finances compounding even when I'm sleeping. And this is to do with my investments. You're a true leader. at all times, please look at leading the way and not look back at and following others. You're investing in yourself, and this is confirmation that is to do with anything that you invest with, even health or abundance in finances. Everything is all about investing in your own self, which is you are number one. You work them out from day one. So I'm talking about somebody who's highly intuitive. You can work people out. Some of the people that you may not even have met fully, but have seen photos, you can work people out even from a distance. So you are a healer, and you can remote view people, but in a way that is not in the dark way, as in stalking, where you can remote and see what kind of character and what they're up to. Other people's games no longer work on you. So they're trying and doing black magic, but it doesn't work on you anymore, because you can really see through everything. The veil's thinning, and you are really so highly intuitive and acute with your understanding of things in the 5D. You're 10 steps ahead of the game. So there's no point with people trying to play games on you, because it's just going to backfire, and they don't even know what's going to happen. And you don't even have to do anything. Focus on what you still have. Some of this is just referring to when at times when you feel that you're down, just be aware that and be grateful that you have still what you have. Harnessing your power, that's what you're doing now. A lot of you are now still working as a lone wolf, and that's what Spirit wants you to do, is just to focus on yourself. I know sometimes you might feel a bit lonely, but it's all to do with working out your own uniqueness and your own path. You've got the gift for foresight. Okay, let me just pull these away and pull out some more, and then I'm going to close out the cycle. So basically, a lot of the things I've already mentioned before in many readings before when I did these popsicle sticks, but it's now coming into full energy for you, and a full reality for you. You're really going through a self-empowerment and discovery. So some of you may not have worked out fully what your mission and purpose, life purpose is, and that's what you're doing now. A lot of you have ended the stressful cycle, or are going through the ending now. You might find that you've been able to sleep a lot better, and really just not so stressful, and you're acting on your calmness and bliss. You're cutting through the illusions now. As I say, you can clearly see things well and truly. But those people don't even have to say anything, you can see it. A lot of the things in the past that weren't for you, you cannot unsee. So I'm talking about people's characters, what they've done, betrayals, and anything that didn't work, you can't, and what they've done to you, you cannot unsee them anymore. Meaning you can't go back to these people. A lot of the things, this was a test. Spirit's testing you. Everything with lessons. Physical symptoms. I read that yesterday or the previous reading. You may have some ascension symptoms. Some of you may have some pain and muscle pain. This is all negative energy is still clearing out. So as I said in the last reading, you might still feel tired because it's like what do you call it? A machine that's overheating, and it just needs to cool down. And while it's heating, it's like a car engine. It may break down for a little while, which requires you to pay attention to. You have a soul contract with Spirit, and you've been asked to keep connecting with Spirit to continue on this path. You've had so many spiritual lessons and homework, and you're doing a great job of doing them. You're receiving divine's help, so it could be in the form of divine intervention if you haven't looked at that particular issue. But either way, whatever you've asked for, Spirit's helping you. You're staying grounded. You're a high value person, and this could mean that also a high value person is going to enter your life as well. Some of you, or a lot of you, have found your calling, and I can sense that you're finally seeing a lot of things that is for you. Now, even if you're working at a particular job and you don't see it as a calling, like say for instance like a corporate job, it is still part of your calling to be able to help your colleagues. So you're still doing a good job of helping, if that's what you've been doing, and not asking for anything in return. It's unconditional. Yeah, focused on healing. That's fantastic. Again, confirmation you have a spiritual mission, and it's your commitment to continue on with this path. Whether or not it's a soul contract with another partner or just by solo, you are still connected to the divine to continue on. Your light is so bright. It's bright. Well, it's very bright. Some people cannot handle it. Lots of synchronicities are happening. Reclaiming your power. Didn't I just have that before? I'm not sure. Empowerment was the same. You're disconnecting from this. So even though I don't know what it is, I can tell that you're disconnecting from things that don't serve you. And this might feel very, very lonely, but you're disconnecting this to be connecting to Spirit. You're going through an ascension upgrade. So whilst you're going through ascension upgrade, a lot of ascension symptoms or physical ones as well, it's like maintenance or working on a house and renovating. It might look a mess, but at the end result, it's going to be so much better for you. You're seeing beyond the 3D. So a lot of the things are unspoken, that you can see beyond it, and you could really foresee what's going to happen to the people around you. You've exited the matrix. Congratulations. You know who you are. So I'm going to leave it at this. Again, please provide me some feedback as to what you resonate with, and whatever you don't, please leave it. But I find that these are what the collective is going through. And if you're still going through a very negative time, well, this reading is not for you. And it's a call for you to look at something else and something that you need to work on. So I hope this helps, and I thank you all for your time. I'm sending you lots of love and blessings, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.